Hello everyone! Today I'm going to be reacting to another women Tesla cam video, and this one is titled Seizure at 111 miles per hour. Tesla Seizure at 111 miles per hour. Tesla rolls 5 times. But anyway, that does not sound good at all. But yeah, we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1.
Insane impacts, dirty lies, amazing saves, and more. 20 incredible Tesla moments from the roads you drive on every day are coming up this week on
Wham! Bam! Tesla Cam! I hope you're satisfied!
Brad was heading home from work one afternoon when he suddenly had a seizure while behind the wheel of his Tesla. Even though his Model 3's lane departure avoidance was enabled, he was unable to remove his foot from the accelerator during his seizure. So the Tesla was unable to stay on the road. The moment his seizure began, he first drifted into the oncoming lane before heading back toward the right and then off the road. When Brad's family requested the collision data from Tesla, they found out his foot stuck on the accelerator had sped the car up to 111 miles per hour before it slammed into the hillside. The impact launched the Model 3 up the hill and sent it rolling, only stopping after it had rolled over 5 times and almost fallen off the hill. A witness to the disaster ran to the Tesla before discovering that Brad was still experiencing a seizure. She immediately called 911 before a Washington State Patrol trooper responded to the scene. Brad's family bought a Tesla specifically for its safety features, knowing Brad's medical condition. While he's never had a seizure before, they knew there was a chance he'd have one someday, possibly even while driving. While the Model 3 wasn't able to prevent this incident, they certainly believe the Tesla protected his life and kept him from being seriously injured.
I hope he'll be fine. I hope he's okay.
Jeffrey's wife was driving her Model Y down a highway in Orlando, Florida, when she noticed a pickup driver ahead of her behaving strangely, weaving in and out of the lane.
Oh, stop
When
it.
traffic
It's
ahead came to a
run.
halt, the pickup driver kept going, slamming into the vehicle ahead of him. The truck then veered across all lanes before hitting an overpass support and finally coming to a stop. Jeffrey's wife pulled over right away and called 911 before she began clearing debris out of the road so traffic could continue. The pickup driver claimed his power steering had failed, which might be why his truck lost control after the collision. But can that explain why he failed to stop before rear-ending a stopped car?
No.
What do you think? After making sure nobody was injured, Jeffrey's wife offered copies of this Tesla cam footage to the victims and the police. While we don't know what actions the police ended up taking, it's safe to say they were interested in the footage showing the exact moment the pickup's power steering allegedly failed. Yoni's Tesla cam footage got him in trouble at first, but eventually it cleared him of any wrongdoing. Confused? Keep watching and you'll see what we mean. Yoni was approaching an intersection in a straight-only lane when a Volkswagen driver suddenly changed her mind and began crossing 3 lanes at the last second. Yoni tried to brake and swerve, but there was no way he could avoid running into the VW. After the collision, the VW driver claimed Yoni was responsible and accused him of speeding. Once he showed her his Tesla cam footage, she changed her tune and admitted fault. But if you thought that closed the case, think again. When Yoni made a claim with his own insurance provider, he included his Tesla cam footage and damage photos, but they determined he was entirely responsible. Why? They told him he should have been more careful when accelerating. Well, Yoni wasn't about to accept that verdict. He went to the other driver's insurance provider and asked for their opinion, sending them the same footage and demanding to know what they thought. After seeing this video, they accepted liability and agreed to pay for 100% of Yoni's repair costs. Talk about a win for Tesla Cam, but it sounds like Yoni might want to change insurance provider. Why in the world would they rule against their own customer?
Yeah!
Egbert was driving his Model Y in California
Egbert.
when traffic began slowing for a red light ahead. Since Egbert was planning to enter a
Imagine
parking lot
Stephen
before reaching the
Point.
light, he entered the center turn lane, but so did a Toyota without checking his side mirror. Both drivers pulled into the parking lot, and police responded quickly to make a collision report. Since nobody had been seriously injured, paramedics declined to respond. Sadly,
Okay.
his Tesla was definitely seriously injured. Fixing it will cost about $3,000 US. Who do you think was at fault for this collision? Let us know your verdict down in the comments. This subscriber was driving his Model 3 in Florida when the driver of a white pickup caused chaos on the road. The pickup
Oh my
rolled through a
God.
stop sign before turning down the oncoming lane, forcing another driver off the road. When the pickup driver veered back into their own lane, they overshot and landed in the ditch. The driver didn't give up though. He smashed the accelerator, shredding the grass in the ditch before climbing back onto the road and finally regaining control. Yikes! I'm sure glad such a skilled driver is behind the wheel of such a big, front-heavy vehicle.
Yeah.
Aiden was on his way to Belfast and was stressing
Northern
out about the
Ireland.
busy roads when he glanced in his rearview mirror only to see something that made him forget all about the traffic.
Oh! Oh!
You
Oh!
fucking moron!
Yikes, that was a close one. Aiden told us he was shocked after having no time at all to react. A red Audi RS3 had come within inches of colliding with Aiden's Tesla before the driver slammed on the brakes, nearly rear-ending a vehicle in the exit lane. Aiden estimates the Audi driver was exceeding the speed limit by at least 30 miles per hour, and the flashing of his brake lights indicate his anti-lock brakes were working hard to safely
Oh.
slow down the car.
This is why you don't drive like that.
Logan was headed home in his Model Y when his late-night drive suddenly became very unpleasant.
Oh no. How does this happen?
Did you catch that?
You
Let's
fucking
go back and watch
moron!
the instant replay. Someone in an
Damn it.
oncoming pickup truck
Oh!
threw
Oh!
a
I never noticed that! How badly was the windshield damaged? How about the windscreen damaged?
full bottle of water at Logan's windshield. The pickup driver took off, but Logan caught up to them and called the police while continuing to follow them. The police eventually pulled the pickup over before taking statements from both parties. In the end, the
Yeah.
passenger in the pickup admitted to throwing the water bottle.
Oh my god. It did cause as much damage as I saw to his windshield.
Thankfully, Logan was unhurt, but the water bottle had destroyed his Tesla's windshield. If those people thought this was just a harmless prank, they
You
were
fucking
definitely
moron!
wrong.
Yeah. Because apparently water bottles are not. Yeah. Perhaps even something that's much softer than that could damage a windshield if thrown hard enough.
Justin was driving his
As far as
Model
I
Y
know.
one holiday season when his Tesla cam captured a train of Christmas lights.
Where'd he go now?
Every year from late November through the month of December, the historic Niles Canyon Railway transforms into
Oh.
a dazzling spectacle known as the Train of Lights. This railroad,
Okay.
just a short distance from Tesla's Fremont factory, features vintage rail cars adorned with thousands of colored lights that create a festive glow, illuminating the canyon. What a fun tradition, and it looks awesome. If you've ever ridden on this train, sound off in the comments. Matthew had left his Model Y parked in Squamish, but when he returned, he discovered some very upsetting Sentry Mode footage. Another driver had
Oh.
intentionally slammed her door into the side of his Tesla not once, but twice. Sadly, with no license plate number appearing in the footage, Matthew has no way to go after her to pay for the damage to his Model Y. That's
Oh.
where you come in, Wham Bam fam. If you recognize her, reach out to us
I
and we'll
don't.
pass the information along. Let's see if we can teach her not to do this to anyone else in the future.
It just
When
drives
Neil
off.
parked his Model 3 at work, he had no idea what would end up happening to it.
Pineville?
Someone heading to lunch in his Ford pickup backed into Neil's Tesla, smashing into one of the Tesla cams in the process. The passenger in the pickup called Neil to tell him about what had happened and asked him to come out and take a look at the damage for himself.
Well, at least this pickup driver is doing the right thing. Or at least to some extent.
Fixing Neil's Model 3 ended up costing $3,000 at a certified body shop, which might make this the most expensive lunch break ever. Zach was with a college friend using full self-driving version 12.6.4 in his 2018 Model 3, equipped with the Hardware 3 FSD computer. As his car made its way down a narrow 2-lane road at about 45 miles per hour, 2 deer suddenly leapt from behind trees, darting across the road right in the vehicle's path.
Okay. Those deers were unharmed.
FSD instantly reacted to avoid a collision, slamming on the brakes before Zach even noticed what was happening. It then resumed the drive, delivering them safely to their destination. Nice save, FSD. This subscriber was
FSD takes the W once again.
driving down a Canadian road in his Model Y when the beautiful winter scenery was suddenly spoiled by road rage. The Mazda driver ahead of our subscriber was tailgating a Ford Explorer, and as they approached an intersection, the Mazda driver threw something at the Ford. Before long, both drivers had gotten out of their vehicles, screaming at each other and throwing hands while our subscriber kept his distance and avoided getting involved.
What the hell are you drunk to my car for? Come out! Come out, you! Oh, you wanna fight me? Why the hell are you stroking my bottle? You wanna fight me? You wanna fight me? You wanna fight me? No!
The Explorer driver returned to her SUV and drove away, while the Mazda driver continued screaming. After that, it looks like the two drivers went their separate ways. Our subscriber wanted to shout out his kids Aaron, Abby, and Ava, also known as the A-Team. Amir was driving his Model Y in New Jersey when he noticed a huge cloud of black smoke. The source was a burning vehicle, which he'd actually noticed earlier while running errands. But it wasn't on fire then. He told us it had been involved in a collision and had only been smoking a little. A man standing close by, who worked at a nearby repair shop, had evidently called the fire department. Thankfully, as far as Amir could tell, nobody was injured and the vehicle fire was extinguished within 15 minutes. Darren was on his way home from work, enjoying the sunny day in his Model 3 when he began slowing down. Suddenly, his Tesla was rear-ended by a white Ford Transit, which shoved into a Mini Cooper, which was itself pushed into the back of a Subaru Outlander.
Four-vehicle collision!
Darren spoke with the van driver. He was very apologetic and told Darren he didn't know what had happened. Considering the fact that the van collided with Darren's Tesla twice,
Well, this van driver's taking the L.
It seems like the driver took his time getting his foot on the brake pedal. His Model 3 is now at a body shop, and he's waiting to find out if it's been totaled.
Okay.
Michael was at an intersection in Canada waiting for an opportunity to pull onto a main road in his Model Y. Suddenly, a green Kia Soul began smoking badly, and it only got worse as Michael kept driving.
How? Did it catch on fire too?
All of a sudden, the entire road was covered in white smoke. Michael thinks coolant had leaked into the engine, but thankfully, he'd already enabled bioweapon defense mode. We're really not sure what would cause this. If you know, put it in the comments. Whatever the case, the Kia driver eventually made a left turn while Michael continued. Infusion was driving his Model 3 in wintry weather when a Subaru began overtaking him on the slick, icy highway. Suddenly, the Subaru began sliding before losing all control, slipping into the median and crashing into the fence.
Okay.
Infusion told us he tried to stop, but his Tesla also started sliding, and without a safe shoulder to stop on, he realized there wasn't a way he could stop safely. Be careful out there, everybody.
Yes,
That
be
black
careful.
ice is no joke.
Yeah. Hopefully that driver
Nick was stuck in
not
Seattle traffic,
injured.
made all the worse by the closure of half of the highway. That's when he saw an impatient school bus driver using oncoming lanes to overtake other vehicles.
You fucking
Thankfully, the
moron!
bus driver took a left turn before any collisions occurred. Still, being stressed out or in a hurry is no excuse for this sort of driving behavior.
Yeah.
Harmeet was waiting at a traffic
Unprofessional.
light on a boring Monday morning while driving his Model 3.
That's
Suddenly,
unprofessional.
the boring morning turned into
Okay,
mayhem
so I
as
saw
an
that.
SUV ran the red light before colliding with an oncoming sedan.
But yeah. What that bus driver did? Unprofessional.
Harmeet stopped and provided a copy of his Tesla cam footage to the sedan driver. He didn't mention any injuries, so we're hopeful that everyone involved was okay.
I hope so too.
Tanisar's daughter was about to leave a parking space. Once she'd confirmed that the area behind her was clear, she began backing up. Suddenly, a silver Ford approached as she was already backing up, and the two vehicles collided. Both drivers stopped to exchange information. When they filed insurance claims, both drivers claimed that the other was at fault. Tanisar told us he thinks the two drivers share equal responsibility for the collision. Let him know if you agree or disagree down in the comments.
Okay.
This subscriber was using full self-driving in his Model 3 on his way to Santa Cruz on California State Route 17.
How
Suddenly,
did that
FSD began
happen?
accelerating and moving toward the median barrier as it rounded a tight curve. He had to immediately take over before fighting to regain control of the car as he continued down the highway. Thankfully, after pulling over and thoroughly inspecting his car, our subscriber couldn't find any body damage. The steering pulls to the right though, so a steering alignment is definitely needed. Was this an FSD error or something else?
Perhaps.
Our subscriber doesn't know why this happened, and frankly, neither do we. If you want to
But yeah. That can happen with FSD sometimes. FSD can do that sometimes. That's the end of this video. If you like it, you can like, comment, share, and subscribe to me and watch more Women Tesla Cam videos. And yeah. I'll see you in the next video. So that's it. Bye.